So, hey everyone, I am here at Local Vine in Johns Creek, right in the Publix shopping center, right on Stagebridge Road. They have graciously allowed me to do my show from here today. And as you can see, I am festive. Why? Because it is Halloween. So I wonder if you can guess what I am. Take a guess, take a guess. I'm sure you know. Look at the colors, look at the plume. Okay. So we are here today to do our drink of the night with Halloween themes. So we have our Wake the Dead, we have our um, Vampire Blood, and Lexie's Moon Elixir. You know that's mine. So here we are. But before I even get started, I really want to thank the people at Local Vine who helped me do this today. And Jennifer is here. She's the manager, and she would love to talk to you about Local Vine and where they're at and what you can get.
Thank you, Lexie. So after you see all the great products she has here, I'm sure you'll want to come in and we can help you fill your recipes that she's going to give you. And also just come in anytime. We'd be happy to help. We have a 28,000 square foot store here with all kinds of liquor, wine, spirits, beer, and cigars. So come join us anytime on a Saturday from 2 to 4. We have free tastings, and we also offer free bottle engraving once a month. So if you're looking for a different gift idea, that'd be a perfect solution.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So how long have you been open here? Because I know this is a new location.
Yeah, we have been here almost 8 months, and we have another location in Cobb, right near the Brave Stadium.
Okay, okay. So come down to Local Vine. If they don't have it, it don't exist.
For sure, yeah.
That's all you can say. Because this place is huge. You hear the echo as I talk, okay? So this place is big. But yes, and everything that you see me using here today, I got here at this store. And the cigars. So if you notice when you go do the QR code, you will be getting the I don't know if you see.
I do, but we're filming something.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Train of thought. Oh, so I think I said everything that we got here. We got here from here. What was the last thing I said? Do you remember the last thing I said before we got into it?
Yeah, my mind just went blank.
Yeah, mine did too. So anyway, you can get it here. That's all you know. Oh, cigars. That's what it was.
There you go.
See? Whew, had to come. So they also do cigars here. So if you notice, if you scan the QR code, you also get the recipes. And at the bottom of the recipe, it tells you what cigar would pair with what drink. So we have some that will be a form of bold flavor, some that has more of a sweet flavor, and some that is just flavored. It's going to be sweet because it's flavored sweet. Okay, and so as we go through, you'll know which one goes with what. I'll introduce you to them, and you can always get the same cigars I'm showing you. You can also get here at Local Vine, and they have a thing. If you get 6 cigars, you get 25% off. So why not get more than one? You can try all 3 flavors twice. So thank you, Jennifer, and we're about to get started with our first drink, which is Wake the Dead. So if we're waking the dead, what do you need to get woken up? Coffee. That's the thing. That's the thing, right? Yeah, sure. So coffee is what we use. And you know, I have my very special coffee from Jacob's Java. He's here. Hi, Ann. How are you? Thanks for joining. Everyone who's joining me on here, I can't really see it really good, but thank you for joining. I'm glad you're here to share this experience with me. So anyway, back to the coffee. So Jacob's Java, he is a luxury coffee, and I say luxury just because he's luxury don't mean he's luxury priced. He is very reasonably priced, but very, very good coffee. I have stopped going to Starbucks because I love his coffee so much, and I'm saving money too because a week of Starbucks is his coffee. If you spend $5 a day, even if you spend $5, you usually spend $7 a month on coffee. If you get one coffee a month, you could get a bag that can last you that and get coffee every day. So I think that's worth it. So we are going to start with Wake the Dead, which is a coffee drink. So for our Wake the Dead drink is very simple. It's more like an Irish coffee, but not necessarily. So because now instead of using Irish cream, we're using the cream moonshine pumpkin spice. Once again, you can get that here at Local Vine. So simple. This is one of the simplest recipes we have on this thing, right? And once again, don't forget to scan the QR code. There's one right here. And you can get the recipes that you need. So We have the coffee. We have our pumpkin spice. We have our vampire blood glaze. See where that's gonna go. And so, like I said, this is a very simple drink. We have 2 packets of Turbano sugar that we will use. If you like it sweet, you can only use 1. You don't have to use sugar at all, really. But you may want it a little sweet, so we have 2 packets of Turbano sugar. I put 2. For me to drink, I don't normally use 2. I probably would 1, but we got 2 here today. We're going to put that in there. We're going to pour in our coffee. You want a nice hot coffee that's going to really help melt that sugar. And because, you want it, depending on what the flavor you want, you can really just load it up with the coffee. Because once you add the milk, it's going to be good. Right? So we have our coffee in there. We got our spoon. We're going to mix it. Mix that sugar in there. Oh, shoot. I'm not live. That's okay. Some of y'all gonna miss it on Facebook and I came in late, but it's all right. I'll post it. So now we have already poured our coffee, and we are going to add 2 shots of pumpkin spice moonshine. Now, you could do more than 2. It's really up to you what you want, but this is actually gonna end up being 3 shots because this is like 1.5. So this is gonna make it nice and creamy and white, because I'm adding more of the moonshine. If I want to add more coffee to keep it dark, I can do that. Right? And I might add just a little bit more coffee. So it doesn't stay too dark, too light. Okay? Now that's like a nice cream. And then we're going to stir that some more again. All right. And that we have our coffee. And then, what do we top coffee with? Of course, we top it with our whipped cream. So, shake it up. We're going to top it with our whipped cream. I told you, this is one of the simplest drinks we will ever make today. And then when we finish topping, we want to have that little bloody glaze on there. So we take our blood red glaze and we just kind of, it's really thick, like blood, kind of just do it over. There you go. And that, if you want, you can add a cookie if you would like. So we're going to add our little pumpkin spice cookie down here. And there you have it. That is our Wake the Dead. Okay, once again, the recipe is here. If you do the QR code, it is 1 cup or so of Jacob's Java Luxury Coffee, 2 packets of Turbano sugar, 1 to 2 shots of moonshine, whipped cream, and our bloody glaze. You can put any bloody glaze you want. You can also, if you would like, sprinkle it with a little, my favorite go-to. Oops, not the right one. This is all gone. I think I'll use blue this time. All good glitter. And there you go. Little sprinkling of that. Give it a little blue. Blood is blue. So you got a little blue too. And there we have our Wake the Dead cocktail. Ooh. So that's cocktail number 1. There's many more kind of cocktails like coffee. Our next one is called, I forgot to tell you. So what do we pair this with? Aha, that's the kicker. So here we have our Perdomo 20th anniversary cigar. It is one of a bold flavored cigar, even though it is wrapped with modern, very chocolatey looking wrap. But it's a bold cigar. It's a really good cigar to taste, and it will complement this very, very well. Once again, you can get this at local Vine here. So there you go. That is 1. The next one we will be doing is our vampire blood. So our vampire blood is a little bit more into it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read. Drink 1, Wake the Dead. Yes, drink 1 is Wake the Dead. Exactly. So our next drink 2 is vampire blood. So everything in this drink is pretty much red. Red, we want something red. We want something rich. Isn't this an awesome glass? I got this glass at Ross, y'all. Jay, I love Ross. But I love the little skulls and the books and everything. So This is our wine cocktail, predominantly wine cocktail. And it's one of the simplest things we can make. Not simple because it has a couple of things to it, but still it's pretty easy. So for our vampire blood, we will be putting in our wine. So we're using our apoptic dark, bold red blend. So this is a very dark, dark wine. We're going to start with that. But first we're going to have our muddled fruit. So we have different red fruits. We have dark cherry, we have strawberry, we have blackberry, we have raspberry, and then we added a little couple of sprigs of mint to this to get this going. And we're going to add this to our glass. Now, normally you would muddle it in the glass, but I kind of wanted a little bit more of an effect. You know, kind of looks like coagulated blood, don't it? But anyway, wasn't my intention, but that's what it looked like. So I guess we're keeping with the theme here. So we'll start with that. We'll add a little bit because the port is kind of sweet. But we're just going to add just a little bit of agave in there. Then we're going to add our wine. And the wine is the one that you really want to kind of just put in. So you just put it up as to one, because this is the most what the cocktail is going to be made of, is mostly wine. And then we are going to add our Hennessy Black. So our Hennessy Black kind of has a bit more of a richer flavor than our regular Hennessy. And we're only going to put a shot of that in there. Even though it looks clear, the taste is not clear. It's still darker, because if you've ever seen Hennessy, it's a little lighter than this. We're going to add, that's actually 1.5 ounces of that. So that's a shot and a half. And then we're going to add our port, which is another, this is going to be a shot and a half, but I may not do a whole shot. I'll do a whole shot. So look at how rich and red this looks. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And then, so once we have those two things, I'll use the muddler that I was using. We can kind of stir it up a little bit just to get those flavors kind of meld in there together. So this is going to give you, and this one I'm actually going to taste. This one's going to give you that kind of rich, rich flavor. Doesn't it look almost like blood? Hence the name. And we're going to taste it. Oh, yeah. That's good. Very rich, rich flavor in that one. Kind of tastes like blood, too. I don't know. I must have been on the money. And then we can top this off with our dark, dark cherry. And so that is our vampire's blood. Now, I love these dark cherries. They're called Lux Ardo. And you know me, I'll mess up the name in a minute. But I like these because they're really dark, rich cherries. And you can see like how the juices drip off. Even the juice is dark and rich. So that perfectly complements this drink. So, what cigar do we do with this drink? Well, the cigar that I have to do with this drink is a sherry casted cigar. Now, it's also a Maduro cigar, which gives it more of a sweeter flavor, supposedly. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but it's very characteristic of having a very dark wrapper. This is actually a triple Maduro. So it's big, bold. Lord, I gotta read too. It's big, bold flavor. Let's go with that, okay? And it's called a Camacho. It is sherry casted. It will go perfect with this particular drink. The flavors together will really go together. And so the Camacho, that's the other one that you can get to go with our vampire's blood. So that's drink number 2. Drink number 3 is my baby. So this is the one that I made for me. So if I was sitting at home and I just want to get a drink real quick, this is the drink that I would make. So this drink is this is a shaken drink. So we're putting the drink in the shaker for this one. We're adding ice. So the first thing we do with this is we add some ice. We fill a shaker with ice. I have ice here. All right. We fill our shaker with ice. So the first thing that we do, hi Mary, my friend Mary came to see me. So the first thing we do is we start with the ice and then we add everything except the absinthe. So that's going to be 1 to 2 shots of our Smirnoff strawberry rose. You know I always do 2 shots of everything. Well, this is 1.5, so we'll do 1 of these. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Do 1 shot of the strawberry rose. Then we do a shot of our Saint Germain elderflower. Now remember, this cup is actually a shot and a half, so you're really getting a bit more of that. Then we do a shot of our dragon fruit melon. And remember, everything that I'm putting in here, you can get here at Local Vine. And that is it. That's it as far as spirits. Now, if you want, you can also add a bit of that cherry syrup in there. Or you can add simple syrup, but if you want the color, I would add the cherry syrup. And then we put it in the shaker. All right, come on. Work with me here. There you go. Put it in the shaker and shake it up. Shake it, 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 shake it. Woo. All right, we have now shaken it. I'm having a time. This one has a little thing, but because you strain, and we're gonna add this to our thing. So we'll add a little bit, add a little bit, add a little bit. There you go. Now, the next thing, see how that cherry gave that pink flavor, that pink look? That's what we want. So the next thing we can add, I forgot to add the raspberry, but I can add it now. Don't matter. I was supposed to add, actually, I think this was supposed to go in that one. But it's okay. I added to something. So you can, this is the raspberry liqueur chumbar. You can add it to here. You can add it to the vampire's blood. And I think that's where I was supposed to add it, but there you go. On the recipe, it's going to say blackberry brandy, but I didn't have blackberry brandy. So that's why the chumbar is a substitute. But if you don't have the chumbar, you can always just use blackberry brandy. That's what the recipe actually calls for. So also for this recipe, it said to you could use the red berry ginger ale or hibiscus ginger beer. Use the hibiscus ginger beer. It's easier to find. I couldn't find the red berry. And actually, I couldn't even find the hibiscus. I don't know what happened. It's always around. The one time I need it, it's gone. But you top it off with champagne, Prosecco, but rosé. So you top it off with that. And then to make this all come together, we add 2 drops of absinthe. Now, absinthe is strong. Strong, let me tell you, it's strong. But, and it goes in my colors, right? Green. Ooh, okay. But anyway, absinthe is really strong. It has a very strong anise flavor, licorice flavor, wormwood flavor, very herbal. So any drink you add it to, it can take over, which is why you don't put too much of it in there. So we're only going to put literally 1, 2. That's it. And it probably was more than 1, 2, but that's close enough. And that is our drink. Now, if you want to, once again, you can top this off. You can have less champagne and then add more of the hibiscus ginger beer, which would have gave you that ginger flavor to it also. And then we add this. We're going to add our cherries and strawberry to it. And that is our drink. That is Lexie Moon's Elixir. So a great a great cigar that would pair with that would be something that's flavored. You can do vanilla. I happen to do honey. So even though this is a whole lot of fruitiness, it's really not sweet. I'm telling you, it's not that sweet. especially once you add the absinthe to it. And so this is going to balance this drink out with this cigar. So this is a Havana honey cigar. Once again, you can get this here at Local Vine, as well as everything that I use to make these drinks. And this will pair well with this drink. Now I'm gonna try this drink because this is my drink. Ooh, that's good. Now you taste the absinthe, but it doesn't overpower your drink, which is what you don't want. You want to taste it, but you don't want it to take over. So just those 2 drops added just that kick of flavor, and it didn't overpower the drink. And then I would go and just smoke a nice honey cigar and pair those both together. So that was our drinks of the night. Once again, if you want the recipes, scan the QR code. They are right here. You can get them. They also was posted in my TikTok. They were also posted in my Reels, and it's probably in a post in my Instagram. Those of you who was on Facebook, the broadcast got a little cut, so you caught it in a little bit, but we will upload and update it, and you can see the whole thing from the beginning. And once again, thank you for joining me. So I am here once again at Local Vine. I want to thank them so much for allowing me to do this here and present this to you. And like I said, come here. Everything I made, I got here. Everything. Okay? So thank you for joining me tonight. Y'all have a wonderful Halloween, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, let me just end. Let me just real quick. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Thank you.